Okay, so breaking news. There's a law used to kick out Nazis could be used to strip citizenship from many more Americans. And it's just crazy that this is being published by CNN on July 4th, no less. Let's get into the details. So, for decades, the U.S. Department of Justice has used a tool to sniff out former Nazis who lied their way into becoming American citizens. A law that allowed the department to denaturalize or strip citizenship from criminals who falsified their records or hid their illicit past. That power under the new Trump administration may be broadening, which is very ironic because you would think that Trump, seeming like a Nazi himself, and a lot of his regime, that this law would actually apply to them and cause them to lose their citizenship. But, nothing makes sense, so here we are. So they said, according to a memo issued by the Justice Department last month, attorneys should aim their denaturalization work to target a much broader swath of individuals, anyone who may, quote unquote, pose a potential danger to national security, which basically means anyone who doesn't go along with Trump and his BS. So the directive appears to be a push towards a larger denaturalization effort that fits with the Trump administration's hardline immigration policies. Those could leave some of the millions of naturalized American citizens at risk of losing their status and being deported. And by the way, for a lot of people who aren't paying attention or who do not know, the big ugly bill literally gave so much money to ICE, and I'm pretty sure ICE is going to be rolling out in all 50 states. Eventually, there's already the alligator Alcatraz that is in Florida right now, and I feel like Florida is the pilot program for that. Then you also have Trump deploying National Guard and Marines in California to quote unquote combat illegal immigration. So he's trying things out in different cities, different states, and eventually they're going to be rolling out to a town near you. So this is something that I think we all need to definitely be paying attention to. I definitely feel it is going to affect all Americans in some way, shape, or form. So this is something that we need to be paying attention to and really keeping this at the forefront of our minds when we go to vote. I think Trump, of course, he's obsessed with loyalty. He's very self-serving and is selfish. So he is going to be definitely targeting people like myself who speak out against him in order to silence us. And basically, this is just another part of his overall dictatorship, his desire to silence people and control the narrative, his lies, and so he can stay in power and white supremacy can take over. So let's go ahead and look at, so it says people who have committed violent crimes, are members or associates of gangs and drug cartels, or have committed fraud should also be prioritized. The president is a 34-time felon of fraud. So this is what I feel like the American people need to stop tolerating, is the obviousness of it. We need to work with common sense. I know common sense is not common anymore, but this is a time where people need to find it and start using it, because this is ludicrous. Like, even with Zohran Mamdani, like, the way people are treating him is such bullshit. Everything that he's proposing is so common. It's just such common sense. And anyone that's against him are full of shit, and they are clearly benefiting from corruption within the system. And they want everyone to, they're gaslighting everyone to believe that they're worried about Jews, or they're worried about this, or worried about him being Muslim, whatever. When the reality is, no, you're worried about your bottom line. You're worried about your pockets, and you want to keep being greedy. And so you're okay with people being broke and impoverished and struggling so that you can keep rolling in the money. And it's disgusting. The wealth gap is out of fucking control. And I don't know why there's only like 1% of people who are living the high life when the rest of us are freaking struggling, especially when it's our money that they're living off of. It's either us shopping with them, working for them, or our tax dollars. I'm disgusted. So let's continue. So here they're saying, have committed fraud should also be prioritized. A memo issued by the head of the DOJ Civil Division said. So he's pretending like he's going to just go after criminals, which we know that that's a lie. He's shown us time and time again that he's not going to just go after criminals. They always use one group of people to basically shoehorn their way in, and it's like a Trojan horse, and come in and just grab whoever they want. So for many officials and experts, the real concern, they say, is that it is designed to strike fear in the hearts of legal immigrants across the country, particularly those who are at odds with Trump himself. And of course, we've already seen him do things to the likes of Abrego Garcia, Mohamed sorry, Mahmoud. I cannot remember his last name. Sorry, you all, on the top of my head. But we've seen it time and time again. Different people speaking out against Trump who were immigrants. Him sending them off, kidnapping them, and sending them to these concentration camps. And I am going to get in on alligator Alcatraz. It is fucking disgusting. So the politicization of citizenship rights is something that really worries me. I think it's just flatly inconsistent with our democratic system. Cassandra Burke Robertson, a law professor at Case Western Reserve University, told CNN. And if she is saying "I think" and she's a law professor, that's what I'm more concerned about. Like, this absolutely is inconsistent with our democratic system. Like, you're literally trying to silence people. You're basically, and black people already know this has been happening to us for centuries, since the beginning of time, with these people in this country, since before this country even existed, is being silenced and not really having that freedom of speech that everyone claims. It's like an oxymoron when we hear people saying it. We know it doesn't really apply to us. It never has. We've always been tone policed and policing, like over policed in every single little thing that we ever do. Everything we do, like even if we're trying to protest for our own human rights, it's like, oh, it's a riot, so our freedom of speech has always been questioned and criminalized, actually. So, but as far as like the reality of it all, that is supposed to be a right, a constitutional right that we have as American citizens. So if you're in this country and you have citizenship, or some form of allowing you to be in this country, to my knowledge, you should be having the freedom of speech. Doesn't, otherwise, like, what are we doing? I don't know. So, reshaping immigration, the statute in question is part of a McCarthy-era law first established to root out communists during the Red Scare, but its most common use over the years has been against war criminals. In 1979, the Justice Department established a unit that used the statute to deport hundreds of people who assisted the Nazis. Eli Rosenbaum, the man who led it for years, helped the department strip citizenship from or deport 100 people and earned a reputation as the DOJ's most prolific Nazi hunter. Rosenbaum briefly returned in 2022 to lead an effort to identify and prosecute anyone who committed war crimes in Ukraine. It's so weird how like all of this is like being used against the people that it used to once help. Like all these laws and everything, like this is just really just mind blowing. Like it's just insane to me to like look at this, because I'm like, okay, so are you going to be rounding up Jews now using what was created to round up Nazis, and then the Nazis are sitting here throwing up, Nazi salutes and enjoying and living their best life like Elon Musk? Like, it's just insane. The whole thing's insane. Then you have them saying anyone who committed war crimes in Ukraine. We're currently having war crimes happening as we speak in Ukraine, and America is withholding things that they're supposed to be sending to Ukraine to help Ukraine fight Russia, and we're not giving them the things that they need. So it's just basically like everything's been turned on its head. And I blame America because we don't hold people accountable. We don't. The people who are in power, we know who they are. They do not hold bad white men accountable when they misbehave. They have all the power, and they never get held accountable. They do whatever they want, and it started as far back as slavery. So, and every time I try to speak my piece on TikTok, they call it sensitive or whatever. This message needs to be heard. You can call it whatever you want to, and people don't watch it because it says sensitive or something, and you're missing out on a very important message, and that's fine. You can keep missing out on it, or putting your head in the sand, or trying to sweep stuff under the carpet, but that's why we are where we are today. So the department has broadened those efforts beyond Nazis several times, including an Obama-era initiative called Operation Janus, targeting those who stole identities to earn citizenship. In 2020, Trump attempted to expand denaturalization efforts by creating a dedicated office at the Justice Department, but it was quietly disbanded by the Biden administration the following year. So basically, Trump has been trying to do this in his first term already. And I'm sorry, but the first person that should be on the boat is his wife, and him and Elon Musk. And a lot of people, even Stephen Miller. There's a lot of immigrants in Trump's regime. Like almost all of them are immigrants. It's like, miss me with it. This is so fake. And a lot of them came over here illegally. They came over here through illegal means. They overstayed a visa and just stayed, or came over in some fake visa. It's crazy. So one former DOJ official called the office a branding opportunity, noting that it was not particularly effective and did not fit with Trump's successor's priorities. Since return to the White House, Trump has worked to redesign how the federal government enforces immigration in the country, Basically, they're trying to get rid of black and brown. Okay, so pushing agencies like the FBI and anyone who's dissenting against them. Pushing agencies like the FBI and U.S. Marshals to join deportation efforts, and targeting foreign student visas for people abroad hoping to attend a private university in the States. I'm telling y'all right now, every single second that Trump and his BS regime, his bullshit cabinet is not reined in, he is gaining more power. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm being silenced on TikTok, because TikTok is owned by Chinese, and they're getting everything they want right now with Trump in office. Like, the Russians are benefiting, China's benefiting, basically all the dictatorships all around are benefiting. So anywho, instead of reinstating the standalone office from his first administration, the entire civil division is now being told to prioritize denaturalization in all cases permitted by law, according to the memo, which also suggests that U.S. attorneys' offices across the country should flag cases where they may be able to initiate denaturalization proceedings. And I just find it so interesting. They're basically using the law against us while breaking the law. Again, make it make sense, but the people in power are just sitting here looking crazy, like, literally drag his ass off and throw him in under the damn prison. Like, what are we waiting on? That's why I'm not marching, because I'm like, this is common sense. And we're constantly, when it comes to white men, rich people, we just act like dumb boo-boo the fool. Like, it's really not that hard to understand what to do. Punish him like he was a poor black person, and keep it moving. Like, it's really not that serious. This is ridiculous. It's like one of him and all these people in this country, and everyone's just sitting there looking dumb. And I'm like, this is telling me that whatever we end up with is what we asked for, is what we deserve, because no one is doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm not talking about the people at the bottom, I'm talking about the people who have the power. Y'all, Oprah was just at Jeff Bezos' wedding. They're not thinking about us, the people in power. They're living their best lives. So I'm like, okay, go ahead and destroy the damn country. I don't know how you're going to make your little billions when America is gone. And people are so stupid and greedy that they don't even realize how this is going to come back to bite you in the ass, Oprah and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and all you assholes. Like, it's going to come and hit you eventually, oligarchs. Like, if y'all haven't learned yet, the bottom line is the evil people do not win in the end. They do not win in the end, because even when you think you've won, you're going to implode from within, and you're going to end up destroying yourselves and each other. It's really that simple, but you're too stupid and hateful to realize that. So Trump filed 102 denaturalization cases during his first administration, contrasted with the 24 cases filed under Biden. DOJ spokesperson Chad Gilmartin said on social media Wednesday, so far the second Trump administration has filed 5 cases in its first 5 months. And the political consequences, the DOJ told CNN in a statement, denaturalization proceedings will only be pursued as permitted by law and supported by evidence against individuals who illegally procured or misrepresented facts in the naturalization process. I highly doubt that's what they're going to be doing. But current and former DOJ officials who spoke to CNN said that they are beyond instructing lawyers to file as many denaturalization cases as possible. The memo is so broad that it could allow the Justice Department to invoke vague or unsubstantiated claims to expel people from the country. And this is what they also did during the Black Panther movement. And this is why I'm like, y'all can keep pretending like Black history is not American history if you want to. But this happened during the Black Panther movement. They exiled a lot of people. They also exiled people, Marcus Garvey as well. So this, again, is nothing new for Black folks. So Robertson of Case Restaurant warned that the memo could give way to the Trump administration retroactively, searching for missteps in the naturalization process of perceived political opponents like student activists, and even like Zohran Mamdani. Trump has already talked about deporting him. It's like, what about us deporting you to Alcatraz somewhere, you fucking criminal? So Irina Manta, a law professor at Hofstra University, said that the administration's move could have a chilling effect on free speech, both political and otherwise. And of course, it's going to, because people are going to concede their power like they always do. They're going to be cowards. They're going to capitulate to Trump's bullshit. And yeah, people are going to stop speaking out. I'm not going to stop speaking out, but people are going to stop speaking out. I'm seeing so many people just full of fear and just totally intimidated by this orange man. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I think because Black people have been through all of this before, time and time again, we've never been fully free in this country, which is why I'm not celebrating this whack ass 4th of July, Independence Day crap, because my ancestors were picking cotton on that day. But Yeah, I think because of that, like, this is not, what fear? I don't have fear of this orange puppet. Like, I could care less. It's like, you have done so much shit to us, but you know what? Black people cannot even rise up and really do what we need to do to fix this country and help, you know, fight and fix it, repair whatever the hell is going on, because we don't have reparations. So until people do right by us, this is what's happening. So I regularly observe the fear firsthand. She said Trump has publicly flirted with the notion of deporting American citizens he doesn't want in the country. Though the seriousness of these statements is highly unclear, he has called for everything from deporting bad people, many of them who were born in our country, to saying his administration should, quote unquote, take a look at removing Elon Musk after his erstwhile ally criticized the president's spending bill, or sorry, criticized Trump's spending bill. I don't call him president because he's not one. At least one ally has taken a more formal step. Last week, Andy Ogles, a Republican congressman, asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate whether New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani, who was born in Uganda and naturalized in 2018, should be subject to denaturalization proceedings because he publicly glorifies people connected to Hamas in a rap song. Bundy has not publicly responded to the letter, and I think that's bullshit. And I think that someone should be investigating Andy Ogles, because I'm pretty sure he's an immigrant, and I'm pretty sure he's said some vile things that would also qualify him to be getting deported. So don't get me started. All the crimes these people commit, you don't want to play that game, Andy Ogles. Hands off Zohran Mamdani. He is going to be the mayor of New York City come hell or high water. The people are tired of these establishment fuckheads running our cities and our states and our countries and not working for the American people and spending our money to continue to oppress us. I've been over it. When is the rest of y'all gonna get over it? And I think that New York City is speaking right now and letting them know we're done. So let me know what you all think about this shenanigans, this craziness that Trump is doing. It never ends. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.